It's a snow day today, so I thought what better way to spend the day than making a few videos. And this video is me talking about how my body has changed through pregnancy and post-pregnancy after having a baby. So my name is Ashley, and I'm a yoga teacher and fitness coach, and I like to help people live their very bestest lives. But beyond that, I am a new mom. This is Ezra. He's almost 4 months old, which means I'm almost 4 months postpartum, and I wanted to just talk about how my body has changed. When I found out I was pregnant about a year ago, almost to the day, I was a little bit devastated, and I was actually really fearful that a lot of the things, a lot of the issues that I worked to overcome, so many years of therapy and personal work to overcome body image issues and eating disorders and all of that would come back. And I was so scared of that happening because when you're pregnant, you gotta gain weight. And I was a little bit scared of how I would feel about that. And happy to report that knowing that I had a little human growing inside of me made me completely okay with the way that my body was gonna change. And knowing that he was well nourished was made me happy. So let's move on. So I gained about 25 to 30 pounds during pregnancy, and right now, a year later, at 4 months postpartum, I weigh the same as I did before I got pregnant. And the reason is because I didn't stress about it, and I trusted the process. This is what our bodies as women are made to do. And yes, there are going to be some changes. The changes that happened to me are nothing that I expected. Actually, I didn't even think about those as changes. I thought, the changes that happen are like, you'll get stretch marks and lose skin, and your feet will grow bigger, and all of that. But let me just talk about what did happen. So most people think about the changes in your body as far as like your belly getting bigger and stretch marks. I don't have any stretch marks. My belly looks pretty much the same as it did before I got pregnant. So it's not six pack. It's still I can still grab some. It's mostly skin. But that's how my belly was before. And I did lose a little bit of strength, not because of pregnancy, but because I haven't been training the same way that I was before. And I didn't have any split abs. I did not get any stretch marks on my belly. And I really haven't had stretch marks before, but I did get stretch marks on my boobs. So my boobs changed because obviously they're full of milk now, so they are bigger. And I do have some stretch marks and some weird veins and things showing up there. But no one's really seeing that anyway, except Ezra and my partner. So that really doesn't bother me. Everything else, most of the things about my body are the same. What really did change is my shoulders are hunching more forward. So that's causing a little bit more shoulder pain in my shoulder. My wrist is in pain a little bit because I constantly am doing this to hold him. So my wrist is doing this a lot and causing some pain because my shoulder hurts. And so there's a little bit of stuff going up in the upper body. And back bends are not as easy or not as fun for me because of the wrist and shoulder pain. So that's a little bit tighter. By the way, yes, he is so cute. I know this is distracting because I'm holding onto baby. So what else? As soon as I had him, I lost 20 pounds right away. That was just from the weight of him after birth, water retention, all of that. So after a few days, I was down to about 145, and I fluctuate, or my average is about 140. So I was 145, 148, and so I still had a few pounds to lose, but I trusted that in time, and just going back to my regular activities, and once I started working out again, that would come back down to its set point. And it has. So now I'm back to pre-pregnancy weight. I didn't diet. I didn't do any of that. I just did what I knew and loved. throughout pregnancy, I was really active. So I stayed up with my yoga practice and working out for the most part. Maybe not as much as I did before, but as much as I was able to feel good each day. So right after I had Ezra, I also noticed a change in my butt. So one change that happened is my butt ended up like flattening out and getting a little bit saggy where it was like kind of lifted before. So like, for instance, you can see a little underbutt here. So I just have to work a little bit to lift it like it used to be. So there's that. And look at this, milk stain. That's the new normal, milk stains on the shirts. So my biggest changes have been like shoulder pain, wrist pain, and I feel a little bit broken in the way that my joints feel a little looser. So it's just because I think physically my body is more flexible than it is strong. So I have to work to strengthen the areas around the joints that are a little loose. So notice my elbows hyperextend and a lot of looseness happens, and that's also hormones, but yes, I do have to strengthen. So I've been working a little bit more on strength training. I started working out 4 weeks after I had him. I didn't have any issues with labor and delivery. So I didn't have any tears. If you're wondering how that changed down there, I didn't tear. I had very minimal swelling, very minimal bleeding. So I was able to recover fairly quickly. At least that's my experience. I had a natural birth at a birth center and it was awesome. And I want to talk about this because so often we are attracted to drama or negativity or someone telling you their really terrible experience. And so that's what you might think of when you think of birth or having a baby or becoming a mom, is that you're never going to get any sleep anymore. You better sleep now because you're not going to sleep when the baby's here. He sleeps through the night. I wake up every morning and have for the last few weeks at 5 a.m. to do 6 a.m. workout or yoga. And it's been great. He's super chill. He eats like a champ. I haven't had a whole lot of drama or anything to complain about. Not that I would complain about it. Hopefully I wouldn't. But everything and him and my body has been great. And even though I do feel a little bit more broken than I did before getting pregnant and having a baby, I'm so happy with the way that I am feeling, because I did have a lot of fears. I did hear a lot of kind of negativity or complaints of other moms who struggled. And I know, everyone has different experiences. What helped me was honestly just staying active and a lot of mental trust that his birth was going to go great, that my body was going to come back to the way it was, and not completely back, but in a way that made me feel healthy. At least I was going to feel healthy and strong again, once again, as long as I put the work in, as long as I trusted the process and did what I knew I had to do. So eating my normal way, which is fairly healthy. Of course, I love me a good chocolate. So I am a chocoholic. I love chocolate and sweets. So I still have some of those occasionally. And I'm not stressing too much about, getting back into shape or into that like strong fitness level that I was in before, but instead just staying active enough so that I have the energy to keep up with him, that I'm not tired all the time, that I can show up for my family and our household and all that. So I've been doing my morning yoga and morning fitness and taking a little bit of time for me to take care of me, because when I take care of me, then everyone else can also be taken care of. If I sacrifice my own health and well-being, the whole family, and not just him, but the whole family is going to suffer. And I know it because I was a mess previously. And now, after kind of committing to my morning yoga practice and recommitting to the lifestyle that I know makes me feel good, I feel great. So that is my body, how it changed. Better get off soon. That's how my body changed after 4 months after having baby. I hope that was encouraging to some of you if you're watching. I've been following a lot of YouTubers and people on Instagram who are also going through new motherhood, and there's a lot of challenges out there. But you don't know until you go through it. So you might have challenges, you might not, everything might be awesome, everything might be hard. I don't know. Everyone's gonna have that different experience. All you can do is take care of yourself, do the best you can, and trust that where you are right now is perfectly fine and everything is going to work out. I promise you. This whole process of getting pregnant, having a baby, all that was really, really scary, but none of it, all of my fears weren't justified, did not come true, did not come to fruition. So everything has happened in such a wonderful way that I can't even express that enough. Like the gratitude I have for my family support and how great he is as a baby, and what I have going on in my life and the opportunities that have been presented to me. Anyway, now I'm just getting too like appreciative and stuff. So thank you for watching. You are awesome, and know that you are on the right path, whatever your journey is. So make sure and subscribe or leave a comment or like this video if it was helpful for you. And I will be back, and hopefully Ezra too, for some more videos in the future.